just charging up my Switch dev kit. Let's call it a Switch, because Serious Lion just sent me something. I'll get back to that in a minute. Alright, so it's Tuesday, start of my work week. I explained that in many videos in the past, so if you have no idea why I'm starting my week on Tuesday, check my old videos and like them, subscribe to my channel and comment on all of that, because that helps the channel grow. I'm not gonna go back into all that stuff. Tuesday I started my work week and there's a bunch of things. Like I just mentioned, Serious Lion just gave me a mystery game, and we've been talking about this on the Discord channel for a bit. He basically can take any of my previous games, grab the source code and start porting it to the Switch. He doesn't have to tell me which one. And in this case, we didn't agree on anything. I thought we were still doing Snake Core and Ashworld, but he wanted to port something else. So I have no idea what the game is. We're gonna install it on the Switch in a minute and then I will know. I have a vague idea. I think it's gonna be Sir Questionnaire. I'm not sure. We'll see in a minute, I guess, once that thing is charged. That's one thing. Also, artwork for Regulator City is being made. So these are gonna be the main characters we'll use in the artwork. It's still a lot of stuff that has to be done. It has to be colorized, it has to be perfectionized. And of course, I still need to get all the colors. This one is the first one that has all the colors, some details here and there. But these are gonna be the main characters for the Regulator City. Advertisement, marketing materials, and maybe we'll put some of that stuff in the game as well. Have to see if that works out. Big shout out to Studio VDS, Van der Stoep, Studio VDS, something like that. Big shout out to him. He's doing the artwork from this. Haragoshi on the Discord. Cool stuff coming. And that brings us back to the rest of this video. Another week vlog, just gonna record bits and pieces of my week here and there, starting on Tuesday. My main goal for today is we have breakable walls in Regulator City. Right now you have to throw a grenade at them and they will explode, or well, the explosion will cause that wall to break down. But I also want your squad members, one of them will always be able to take care of such walls without having to throw grenades. So you don't even need a grenade launcher. He will get a secret hidden inventory item. That's just between you and me. That item will allow him to place some sort of sticky thing or C4 or whatever on the wall. Then it counts down and the wall is destroyed without having to use any of your ammo or weapons. That system is already up and running. We already have the idea that if one of the characters has the save codes, he can open the save. So that whole system of an item requiring another item and one of your main characters has it, it's all up and running. So hopefully this will be like 5 or 10 minutes of work, and then I have no idea what I'm gonna do after that, but we'll figure out something. Let's first see if I can do that after the intro. Alright, that's mostly been copy and pasting existing code. What we should have now is that weak walls will ask for explosives, C4, whatever I'm gonna call it. One of my characters will now always have C4 in his inventory. I still have to make sure it's not getting decreased at any point, because we always need to be able to blow up these walls. So one will be the explosive guy, specialist. He will always have C4 in his inventory. The wall will let you know I need C4 or explosives, I need something. And at that point, one of your characters that said, hey, I have C4, he should start moving towards that wall, set up that wall. And that part isn't added just yet. But let's just hope this other guy is coming towards the wall and doing something. Let's see if that works. All right, let's quickly pick a level that actually has a weak wall in it. All right, for some reason our character is not coming. We're just assembling here like some stupid idiots. Freeze. All right, let's dive into the code and see if we can actually find why it's not happening. Alright, been digging through the code some more and I figured out what went wrong. Actually, a lot of things went right. Just some other code not playing along nicely. Let's see what happens now if we go to the right level. Nobody's coming. Let's move along. Alright. There we had it. So the movement towards it isn't working as I wanted to, but the actual stuff that should be happening does. We now just need to I'll actually have C4 getting attached to this wall. Then we have to get out of there until it blows. So that's gonna be some sort of weapon, I guess, or a bomb or something. So we're gonna make that a bullet entity, and we'll place that bullet entity there. It will explode, it will open up the wall, and that's pretty much everything I wanted to add to the game today. But that means there's a lot of room left because it's only 10:30. So lots of stuff that can be done today. But first, let's create some C4 explosives. Luckily, DMAC already created some, drew some before he left. I think we're gonna be just using this. I like this one as it seems to have a timer to it, but this is also pretty iconic. Let's just go with this one for now. Add it to the game. I have all my items over here. I'm adding a white version of everything because that's how I'm gonna let it blink and flash on screen. You could do stuff with shaders and things like that, but I don't really use shaders in my game, which also made them very easy to port to other platforms. So this works just as well. It works very quickly and you can do funny stuff with it. So that's why there's always a white version underneath. Right, attempt 999,462. This should be the one final take that shows that game development is very easy and everything just works if you do it once. And record and just delete all the other recordings. All right, come on guys, bring me that C4. Take down the enemy, bring C4 over here. Come on, you can do it. We need C4. All right, C4. Well, okay. Yeah, C4 got placed and it worked, but I kind of wanted some delay there. We would have been blown up now. Let's see if we can do it another time. Another at this door. We're gonna need another explosive. Explosive placed. All right. It's not working perfectly yet, but this is pretty much what I'm aiming for. A few hours later, I also had to do some lunch and grab a package, a new printer for my wife. So I also think I fixed everything. Let's take out this guy over here. Vault, we need the safe codes. So one of our team members has them. There we go, open up the safe. Now we enter this wall area. We need explosives, so our teammate with explosives come in. He places explosives, we get out and it blows up and we can continue our path. Same for this wall, we again need explosive. That dialogue needs to change somehow because this just slows down the gameplay. Here he comes again, places the dynamite and explodes the wall. This is pretty much what I was aiming for. I have one problem, and that is the getting out of the way part. He has to know where he has to go and run. He will pretty much stand there and wait, and he will target me. But if I'm also there, there has to be some type of warning or something so that you can actually run away. But we'll figure out how to do that. For now, this looks pretty cool and it works. Almost forgot we were charging something. Let's see what Serious Lion gave us. So I'm pretty sure it's Sir Questionnaire, but I have no idea. We're gonna install it with the right tools. Mystery game, that's literally the name of the file. So right now I have no idea what's gonna pop up on this one. Ha, told you, Sir Questionnaire, all right. Pretty cool. Sir Questionnaire was not one of the games I had in mind to port to the Switch, but some people in the Discord kept mentioning it and Serious Lion just gave it a try. How this usually works is he takes the source code to my games, he ports it to Monogame with some tools and then goes through it by hand to fix certain things. As soon as it looks like it's working and running, he'll get me a copy to play. I'll test the game. I write down all the things I run into that are not as they should compared to the PC version or the mobile version, or things that might need a little bit of change or tweaking. Like simple things, button names have to be a certain name for Nintendo. They have to be a certain other name for Xbox or PlayStation. So we have to make sure those button names are correct. It's possible that certain fonts are maybe too small or too big or could be done better on the Switch. So that's pretty much 2 steps: fixing problems and bugs, and then making sure the game looks at the best it can on the Switch. This is cool, but now let's get back to the new game. Drawing just a quick design document of another game idea I had. It's very easy, very simple idea. I think this could be a very interesting game to maybe do it in between Regulator City work. Just designing and drawing it now so that I can check if Haragoshi, who's doing the artwork for Regulator City, as I just shown you in the video, is interested in maybe trying to do this. It wouldn't be pixel art, it would be different. So different from my other games, but still an Orangepixel game. Gonna write down some ideas on this and see what he thinks. Alright, so finishing up that and then back to Regulator City work. I've been just wasting a bunch of time on a bug in my system. All these green dots you see spread everywhere are nodes, and they allow the AI to move to safe zones. And if there's an enemy popping in somewhere or C4 is placed, which what I'm working on, of course, these nodes should turn red because it's a dangerous area and AI should avoid them. That whole code was not working as it should have been working. Actually, it wasn't working at all. Nodes weren't turning dangerous in any way. Took me a long time to figure that out. I think I spent an hour on that right now. Not doing what I wanted to do, but it's working now. Nodes will now properly turn in danger areas, and I'm gonna go do a playthrough session of the game in a bit just to see how that change will affect the whole gameplay, because I think that should make my characters move differently, behave differently. Gonna find out in a minute. Also adding this here on top of it, or trying it. So I thought about adding little bubbles instead of having those dialogues pop up for information like this, but I don't like this. The font is too big and too much text. It's not gonna work. I have one alternate idea, and that is replacing that text with an item. So if I run into a wall that needs explosive, the person that has the explosive will show a little bubble with that item in there while that person is walking towards us. Gonna try that next, because this bubble, it's just not working. It's working. Not sure if I'm keeping it. It's bigger than I thought or wanted to be, but we still need to see the item. Let me just show you. It's a bit big. It's working, but it's a bit big. Okay, so let me set up everything with a new wall. We're gonna blow up this wall right here by moving towards it. We need explosives, and now this guy is the bubble, and you see that my guys are also moving away. So we both fixed that, and we now have that bubble up there showing that, well, you're needing something, I got it, I'm coming in. Like I said, I'm not sure I'm gonna keep it. The dialogue wasn't working, but this isn't. I'm not sure if this is the solution. We'll see. For now, this will be the option. That leaves me with another thing that right now you see all these green dots, or green arrows. They are part of a mission where you have to collect intelligence. I want to transform that whole system or that mission towards pretty much the same as this door. There will be intelligence, but it will be based or located at computer desks in a building, and you will have a tech specialist that will have to move to that desk and operate the desk. It will take a little bit of time, so you have to guard him, and he will grab the intelligence, and then you can get out of the building. So I'm gonna change all that, which pretty much means I now have to add to a computer that it needs intelligence, or we're gonna call it a USB item, a USB stick, and there's only one guy in your team that has the USB stick, or girl, also possible, or anything in between, I don't care. And one of your squad members will have a USB stick and needs to get to that computer to collect the intelligence. Let's build that into the game. I think that's gonna be the final task for my Wednesday. And if I forget to record the rest of the day, it should be Thursday in the next couple of seconds. All right, so literally 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes later, it's already added to the game. I think that's the upside of building games using systems. I now have a lot of systems. I've been working on those for months, and having those systems up and running allows you to quickly add new things that are based on those systems or use those systems, and then they just function in the game. As long as you don't break a system, that works pretty well. To be honest, lately I have been doubting the fact that maybe this is not the best way to build my games. I used to be very messy and sloppy in my game code. If I needed something and needed somewhere else in the code, I would just copy and paste it, and it would basically be the same code in two different spots, but it worked, it ran, it was very easy to maintain because you can't break one by breaking the other. Now I have these systems up and running. If I break a system or it has a bug somewhere, everything falls apart. But on the other hand, it also allows you to quickly add a bunch of things. So building games using systems, I think it's pretty cool and great to do if you're building big games, and maybe if you plan on reusing all that code for another game or a sequel or a spin-off or a reskinning, changing the graphics into another type of game, which I do have plans for on this one. But I'm not so sure it's the best way if you want to do game development very quickly. It just takes a lot of time to get these systems up and running and all interacting and working together. But it's also very beautiful if it does. And having this system up and running now, and just taking 10 minutes to completely change something, and now have all these computers that can be used by the characters. They will run to it, they will handle it, they will monitor it. It will then trigger the mission complete if all the desk and all the information is gathered. All these systems up and running, it's kind of cool. Also, I now have a couple of hours left on today, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna browse my to-do list and see what's there, I guess. Starting my Thursday going through the list of bugs. I ended yesterday doing a play session, and it spawned a lot of tiny things that I mostly just left in the game up to now. So decided to just write them all down. And we're now gonna start working through this list. It's not just bugs. I also have like important to do. I noticed while playing that some of your teammates could be way off somewhere else in the level, and you have no idea where they are. So I want to show it on the edges of the screen, that there would be a bubble showing you at least the whereabouts in which direction your teammates are, and maybe even include a little meter that tells you how many meters away, and then you can notice they are getting closer or not. So that's one thing. That's not really a bug, but it's a big improvement that has to be added. So I'm not doing it in my to-do list, but actually doing it in this list now. Everything else is ranges from very tiny stuff that I can do in a minute up to things that will probably take some figuring out. So let's see how far we get. Most of the things on my to-do list are now done. We now have these little bubbles floating along the edges of your screen if one of your teammates is just not near you. Not sure again if I'm gonna keep it, but well, you have to implement these things just to figure out if it's actually working or if you like it. And then if you don't, you have to come up with a better idea. Right now, I don't have a better idea. So for now, this is in the game. And maybe it will just be an option that the player can activate or deactivate so that everybody can just decide if they like it or not. I now also added blocking things off in the level editor. You can place a bunch of junk or other items and they will block the player, but not always completely. For example, a crate is slightly smaller than the width of a wall. So if you place a couple of crates, it would still be possible to slip between those. Now you can, as a level editor, block those areas of the game so that you are sure the player won't squeeze through it and end up in areas that the players should not end up in. So for the rest of my Thursday, I think I'm just gonna do some level design and just design a couple of levels. I have a bunch of new functionality now, and I just want to toy around and see what I can make with that. So level design. And I just finished editing this video that you've been watching up to this point. I know we're at 21 minutes, 22 minutes. I think it's time to wrap up the video. It's Friday now, it's only in the morning, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do the rest of the day. There's a bunch of things I want to do, and I also need to create a trailer for this game. I need to fix the Steam store page. Make sure to check it out, it's in the description below. Wishlist the game, that's going to help me a lot as well. Especially if you buy it once it releases, that's gonna help me a lot, obviously. Yeah, not sure what I'm gonna do the rest of the day, but I'm wrapping up the video here, and I'll talk to you again next week. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below, because comments help the video get more attention from YouTube, and that allows more people to watch the videos, and that allows me to make more videos. It just helps everybody. So thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.